deceiving these murderers, as you say. He's deceiving people. That's how you get to know them in the film.
In the world of Hollywood, some of the most heartbreaking stories involve celebrities whose lives were tragically cut short by substance abuse. From the golden age of cinema to modern times, these stars faced immense pressures and personal demons that ultimately led them down a destructive path. Join us as we explore the devastating stories of 30 beloved celebrities whose battles with addiction led to their untimely deaths. 1. Judy Garland. Judy Garland's story represents one of Hollywood's most tragic tales. Her death, ruled as an accidental overdose of barbiturates, specifically quinylbarbital, unveiled a haunting narrative of addiction and mental health struggles. The roots of her substance abuse traced back to her early career when studio executives supplied her with amphetamines for energy and barbiturates for sleep, a vicious cycle that would haunt her entire life. In her final months, Garland's world was crumbling, struggling with massive tax debts and a tumultuous relationship with her fifth husband, Mickey Deans. She desperately attempted to revive her career through concerts. However, her deteriorating health made this impossible. When Deans discovered her lifeless body in their London home's bathroom, the post-mortem revealed not only barbiturate poisoning, but also liver damage from years of alcohol abuse. 2. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's battle with addiction reached its tragic conclusion on February 11, 2012. Found unconscious in a Beverly Hilton hotel bathtub, her death was attributed to accidental drowning, complicated by heart disease and cocaine use. Toxicology reports painted a grim picture. Cocaine, Xanax, Flexeril, marijuana, and Benadryl were all present in her systems. The combination of substances, particularly cocaine and alcohol, had taken a severe toll on her heart, with 60% of her arteries blocked. Despite her otherworldly talent and numerous attempts at rehabilitation, Houston's struggle with substance abuse persisted throughout her life, ultimately leading to her untimely death. 3. Edie Sedgwick. Born into privilege but marked by tragedy, Edie Sedgwick's life was shaped by early trauma. The deaths of her brothers, Minty and Bobby, cast long shadows over her existence, setting the stage for her own battles with addiction and mental health issues. Edie Sedgwick's journey into darkness began with devastating family tragedies. The deaths of her beloved brothers, Minty and Bobby, one in a motorcycle accident and the other by suicide, left deep emotional scars that would haunt her throughout her life. These traumatic events triggered a cascade of mental health challenges, including severe depression and eating disorders that plagued her from an early age. Despite her struggles, Sedgwick's ethereal beauty and magnetic personality caught the attention of Andy Warhol's artistic circle. She quickly became the epitome of 1960s counterculture, her distinctive style and striking features making her an instant icon. However, this meteoric rise to fame only intensified her inner demons. As the pressure of maintaining her public image mounted, Sedgwick's dependence on drugs escalated dramatically. Her daily routine became a dangerous cocktail of substances, with breakfast consisting solely of amphetamines. This destructive pattern led to multiple stays in prestigious mental health facilities, including Silver Hill and Bloomingdale Hospital. The once close relationship with Warhol crumbled as her addiction took hold, leaving her increasingly isolated. Even her marriage to Michael Post, which initially seemed like a beacon of hope, couldn't save her from her demons. On her final night, after attending a fashion show and consuming alcohol, Sedgwick returned home with Post, expressing deep hopelessness about her future. 4. John Entwistle. Known as the Ox for his stoic stage presence, John Entwistle's death revealed the dangerous intersection of pre-existing health conditions and substance use. Despite his outward appearance of health, the legendary Who bassist battled serious cardiovascular issues, including high blood pressure and cholesterol levels that were exacerbated by his lifestyle choices. His regular smoking and alcohol consumption had taken a severe toll on his heart, leading to significant coronary artery disease. Shockingly, he had recently passed a medical examination for an upcoming tour, masking the severity of his condition from both fans and loved ones. On his last night at the Hard Rock Hotel, Entwistle spent time socializing with friends and a female companion. The evening took a fatal turn when he used cocaine before retiring to bed. While the amount of cocaine wasn't lethal on its own, as confirmed by forensic toxicologist Professor Alexander Forrest, it proved to be the catalyst that triggered a heart attack in his already compromised cardiovascular system. Living with his girlfriend, Lisa Pritchett Johnson, Entwistle had seemed content in his final years. However, the pressures of maintaining a rock star lifestyle likely contributed to his use of substances as a coping mechanism. His son Christopher later revealed that while high blood pressure ran in their family, they hadn't fully grasped the severity of his father's condition until it was too late. 5. Daryl Porter. Daryl Porter's story exemplifies the long-term battle many face with drugs. The former St. Louis Cardinals catcher, instrumental in their 1982 World Series victory, initially sought help in 1980, recognizing how substances were destroying his career. After maintaining sobriety for over 2 decades and even documenting his recovery in his autobiography Snap Me Perfect, Porter tragically relapsed. On his final day, what started as a simple trip to buy a newspaper ended in tragedy near Sugar Creek, Missouri. The autopsy revealed cocaine in his system, triggering excited delirium, a condition characterized by severe agitation and hyperthermia. Combined with his enlarged heart condition, this proved fatal. 6. Sid Vicious. The Sex Pistols' bassist embodied punk's self-destructive ethos, with his heroin becoming increasingly severe during his time with the band. His relationship with Nancy Spungen, equally immersed in drug culture, ended in tragedy when she was found stabbed to death in their hotel room. Though charged with her murder, Vicious, heavily under the influence of heroin, claimed memory loss of the events. Following his release on bail and a brief jail stint for assault, Vicious attended a fateful party at the Chelsea Hotel. His story serves as a stark reminder of how addiction can fuel a devastating cycle of violence, loss, and ultimately, death. 7. Heath Ledger. On that fateful night, Heath Ledger reportedly used an extremely pure form of heroin, leading to a devastating overdose. The following morning, he was discovered lifeless in his bed. Law enforcement later confirmed his death resulted from a lethal combination of heroin, exacerbated by his prolonged substance use and underlying health conditions. 8. Keith Moon. Keith Moon's legendary status as rock's most notorious party animal eventually took its toll. By the late 1970s, his excessive drinking and drug use severely impacted both his health and musical abilities. His physical condition deteriorated significantly. Weight gain and performance struggles became increasingly apparent, causing serious concern among his bandmates and management team. In a tragic twist of fate, Moon's attempts to overcome his addiction led to his downfall. Seeking help to quit drinking, he received a prescription for heminevrin from a doctor unaware of his addiction history. The medication came with severe risks, particularly when combined with alcohol. Though instructed to take only 3 pills daily, Moon received a bottle containing 100 tablets. On his final evening, after attending a film screening hosted by Paul and Linda McCartney, Moon returned home with his girlfriend, Annette Walter Lax. Following a minor disagreement about dinner, he consumed approximately 32 pills before retiring to bed. The next morning, Walter Lax found him unresponsive. Despite emergency efforts, Moon was pronounced dead at Middlesex Hospital. The autopsy revealed that while 26 pills remained undigested, the 6 absorbed were enough to prove fatal. 9. Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison's life spiraled into chaos during his final months. After a disastrous performance in New Orleans, marked by erratic behavior, coupled with ongoing legal troubles from a controversial Miami concert, the Doors were forced to cancel their tour. These pressures led Morrison to increasingly rely on alcohol and drugs, including heroin, a substance he had previously avoided due to addiction fears. The circumstances surrounding Morrison's death remain shrouded in mystery. While his girlfriend Pamela Corson found him unresponsive in their apartment's bathtub, conflicting accounts emerged. Some, like Sam Burnett, manager of Paris's Rock and Roll Circus nightclub, claimed Morrison died from a heroin overdose in the club's bathroom. The absence of an autopsy only fueled speculation about the true nature of his death. 10. Matthew Perry, Friends star's final chapter. Matthew Perry's tragic passing in October 2023 shocked fans worldwide. The autopsy revealed elevated ketamine levels in his system, inconsistent with his recent depression treatment. Found unresponsive in his hot tub, Perry's death was attributed to drowning, complicated by coronary artery disease and the presence of buprenorphine, a medication used for opioid addiction treatment. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the ongoing struggles many face with addiction, even after years of apparent recovery. Despite maintaining sobriety for 19 months, Matthew Perry's battle with addiction took an unexpected turn. Investigations revealed a disturbing underground network that supplied him with ketamine, leading to multiple arrests and highlighting the persistent challenges celebrities face in maintaining recovery. 11. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe's tragic end on August 4, 1962, came after years of battling prescription drug dependency. Initially prescribed medications for anxiety and depression, Monroe became increasingly reliant on barbiturates and sedatives. Her final days were marked by personal turmoil, failed relationships, and career setbacks, including her dismissal from Something's Gotta Give. On that fateful night, Monroe's housekeeper Eunice Murray discovered something was wrong when the star wouldn't respond from behind her locked bedroom door. Dr. Ralph Greenson, Monroe's psychiatrist, broke in to find her unresponsive. The autopsy revealed lethal doses of pentobarbital and chloral hydrate, marking a tragic end to Hollywood's most iconic figure. While conspiracy theories swirled about her connections to the Kennedy brothers and potential foul play, the official ruling pointed to a probable self-induced death, a heartbreaking conclusion to a life lived in the spotlight. 12. Taylor Hawkins. The Foo Fighters drummer's death sent shockwaves through the music industry. Found unresponsive in his hotel room before a scheduled performance, Hawkins' passing revealed the brutal reality of touring life. Despite overcoming a near-fatal heroin overdose in 2001, the pressures of constant touring and past substance abuse caught up with him. The toxicology report painted a grim picture: 10 different substances, including opioids, benzodiazepines, and THC, combined with an enlarged heart, led to his fatal cardiovascular collapse. 13. Dwayne Haskins. NFL quarterback Dwayne Haskins' final hours unfolded like a dark thriller. After training with his Pittsburgh Steelers teammates and enjoying dinner at a nightclub, events took a sinister turn. His family's lawsuit alleges a complex conspiracy involving robbery and blackmail, with his expensive watch stolen. Toxicology reports revealed a blood alcohol level of 0.20 and the presence of ketamine and norketamine. These substances likely impaired his judgment when, after his rental car ran out of gas, he attempted to cross the highway, leading to his fatal collision with a dump truck. 14. Juice WRLD. The death of 21-year-old Juice WRLD, born Jared Higgins, exemplifies the devastating intersection of fame, pressure, and substance abuse. During a federal agent search at Midway Airport, he attempted to conceal evidence by swallowing multiple Percocet pills. Despite paramedics' efforts with Narcan, the young artist succumbed to oxycodone and codeine toxicity. The discovery of drugs, marijuana, and firearms on his private jet painted a stark picture of the tumultuous lifestyle that ultimately claimed his life. 15. Mac Miller. Mac Miller's struggles with substance abuse intensified after his breakup with Ariana Grande in 2018. Days before his death, he purchased counterfeit oxycodone pills laced with fentanyl. The fatal combination of these pills with cocaine and alcohol highlighted the dangers of the ongoing opioid epidemic. 16. Vern Troyer. Vern Troyer's battle with alcoholism and depression proved equally devastating. Despite multiple attempts at treatment, the Austin Powers star's condition deteriorated rapidly in April 2018. His final call to emergency services revealed a blood alcohol level 3 times the legal limit, leading to multiple organ failure and his ultimate passing, a somber reminder that addiction knows no bounds of fame or fortune. 17. Robin Williams. Robin Williams' tragic passing sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. The beloved actor's struggles with depression became increasingly severe in his final days, leading to his devastating decision. The coroner's ruling of suicide emphasized the critical importance of mental health awareness and supporting those battling similar demons. His family's powerful message about kindness and understanding continues to resonate with millions worldwide. 18. Anna Nicole Smith. Anna Nicole Smith's life took a devastating turn following the birth of her daughter Danielyn in 2006. The sudden death of her 20-year-old son Daniel, who passed away while visiting her in the hospital, sent her spiraling into deep depression. Struggling to cope with this immense loss, Smith increasingly relied on a dangerous cocktail of prescription medications, including methadone and Valium. In the months leading to her death, her health deteriorated significantly. A combination of a severe bacterial infection and flu-like symptoms led doctors to prescribe additional medications, creating a lethal mix. On February 8, 2007, staff at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida, discovered Smith unresponsive in her room. The subsequent investigation revealed a toxic combination of chloral hydrate and lorazepam in her system, leading to her accidental overdose. 19. Ike Turner. The musical pioneer credited with creating rock and roll's first record, Rocket 88, faced a lifelong battle with cocaine addiction. Despite winning a Grammy in 2007 and making numerous attempts at recovery, the pressure of touring and fame proved overwhelming. His death in December 2007 from cocaine toxicity marked the end of a complex legacy. 20. George Best. Soccer legend George Best's notorious relationship with alcohol became as much a part of his identity as his extraordinary talent. His famous quote, "I spent a lot of money on booze, birds, and fast cars. The rest I just squandered," masked a deadly serious addiction. Even after receiving a liver transplant in 2002, Best returned to drinking, leading to his death in 2005 from multiple organ failure. 21. Kurt Cobain's. Kurt Cobain's childhood trauma, particularly his parents' divorce when he was 9, cast a long shadow over his life. As Nirvana's fame exploded in the 1990s, the pressure of celebrity status intensified his struggles with depression and heroin addiction. Despite attempts at rehabilitation, his battle with inner demons and substance abuse continued. After escaping from a rehabilitation facility in early April 1994, Cobain spent his final days in Seattle before taking his own life, leaving behind a note that spoke volumes about the crushing weight of fame and personal anguish. 22. River Phoenix. River Phoenix's promising career and extraordinary talent made his loss particularly heartbreaking. The young actor, known for his compelling performances and dedication to his craft, represented the best of Hollywood's new generation. However, beneath his professional success lay a growing struggle with substances that would ultimately lead to his untimely death. River Phoenix's descent into addiction marked a tragic turn for one of Hollywood's most promising talents. Known for his compelling performances in Stand By Me and My Own Private Idaho, Phoenix's life took a dark turn in his early 20s. After completing filming on Dark Blood, he entered a dangerous spiral of cocaine and heroin use, often spending time with Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist John Frusciante during extended drug binges. The events of October 30th, 1993 would forever change Hollywood history. Phoenix arrived at the Viper Room, a popular Sunset Strip nightclub, to attend a Halloween celebration. Throughout the evening, witnesses reported seeing the young actor in an increasingly agitated state. Despite his girlfriend Samantha Mathis's presence, Phoenix continued using substances, mixing various drugs that would prove to be a lethal combination. Around 1 a.m., Phoenix stumbled outside the club, clearly in distress. His condition rapidly deteriorated as he collapsed on the sidewalk, experiencing violent seizures. His brother Joaquin's desperate 911 call captured the chaos of those final moments, while his sister Rain attempted to perform CPR. Despite the frantic efforts of paramedics who arrived at the scene, they couldn't save the 23-year-old actor. The autopsy revealed a lethal cocktail of cocaine and morphine, heroin, along with traces of Valium, marijuana, and ephedrine in his system. Phoenix's death sent shockwaves through Hollywood, serving as a stark reminder of how quickly addiction can claim even the brightest stars. His passing not only robbed the world of an extraordinary talent, but also highlighted the devastating impact of substance abuse in the entertainment industry. 23. John Belushi. John Belushi's struggle with addiction painted a dark portrait behind his comedic genius. As his star rose through Saturday Night Live and hit films like Animal House, so did his dependence on substances. The mounting pressure of fame pushed him deeper into a destructive spiral, using drugs and alcohol as emotional crutches. His final days were spent at the Chateau Marmont Hotel in Los Angeles, where drug dealer Kathy Smith became a fatal influence. On March 4th, 1982, Smith administered multiple doses of narcotics, leaving Belushi in a deteriorating state. The following morning, the comedy legend was found unresponsive, with toxicology reports revealing a lethal combination of cocaine and heroin. Smith was later charged with involuntary manslaughter. 24. Freddie Prinze. Rising from New York's comedy clubs to television stardom, Freddie Prinze's journey seemed like a fairy tale. His breakthrough on The Tonight Show in 1973 led to his starring role in Chico and the Man. However, beneath the surface, Prinze battled severe depression and substance abuse. His troubled marriage to Katherine Cochran added to his mounting pressures. On January 28, 1977, following an emotional phone conversation with Cochran, Prinze attempted suicide. He passed away 33 hours later, leaving behind a legacy that would inspire his son, Freddie Prinze Jr., and spark important conversations about mental health and entertainment. 25. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman's battle with addiction spanned decades. After achieving sobriety in his early 20s, he maintained recovery for over 20 years. However, 2012 marked a devastating relapse as personal struggles led him back to heroin use. His partner, Mimi O'Donnell, noticed alarming changes in his behavior. Despite moving to a separate apartment to focus on work, the space became a haven for drug use. On February 2nd, 2014, Hoffman was discovered lifeless, with toxicology reports confirming a fatal mixture of heroin and cocaine. His death highlighted the dangerous reality of polydrug use and the persistent grip of addiction, even after years of sobriety. These stories serve as powerful reminders that addiction knows no boundaries of fame, talent, or success. Their legacies live on not just through their work, but as cautionary tales of the devastating impact of substance abuse. 26. Coolio. The tragic end of rap legend. Coolio revealed the harsh reality of addiction's grip. Following his passing, the Los Angeles Medical Examiner confirmed that acute intoxication from a lethal combination of fentanyl, heroin, and methamphetamine claimed his life. His death serves as a sobering reminder of substance abuse's devastating impact even decades into a successful career. The legacy of Gangsta's Paradise continues to influence hip-hop, though now tinged with the sadness of its creator's untimely departure. 27. Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter's battle with addiction began in his youth, casting a shadow over his transition from child star to adult performer. The pop singer openly shared his struggles with substance abuse and mental health, seeking treatment multiple times throughout his life. His final attempt at recovery came in September 2022, following the loss of custody of his son. The day before his death, police conducted a welfare check at his residence, responding to concerned calls about his well-being. Though Carter insisted he was fine, the following day would tell a different story. After missing a scheduled drug counseling appointment on November 5th, 2022, the 34-year-old was discovered unresponsive in his bathtub. The autopsy revealed a fatal combination of difluoroethane and alprazolam, highlighting the deadly intersection of prescription medication and inhalants. 28. Angus Cloud. Angus Cloud's descent into addiction was accelerated by profound grief over his father's death from mesothelioma. Just 1 week after losing his father, Cloud's own life would end tragically. His family later revealed that he had been using opioids to manage chronic pain from previous injuries, a common gateway to substance dependency. The toxicology report painted a grim picture: lethal levels of methamphetamine, cocaine, fentanyl, and benzodiazepines. His final words to his mother, "I love you, mama, you're the best," became a haunting reminder of the personal bonds shattered by addiction. The Euphoria star's passing sparked conversations about mental health in Hollywood, with co-star Zendaya and creator Sam Levinson speaking openly about Cloud's struggles with depression and substance use. His family now advocates for better mental health awareness, hoping their tragedy might prevent others from suffering the same fate. 29. China. Joni China Lore's journey from wrestling pioneer to addiction victim began in her teenage years. Despite her mother's intervention attempts when she was 16, China's struggles with alcohol and prescription drugs persisted throughout her career. Her appearance on Celebrity Rehab in 2008 revealed the depth of her battles, though it wouldn't be enough to save her. Living alone in Redondo Beach, California, her final days were marked by isolation and vulnerability, a stark contrast to her powerful on-screen persona. Former WWE superstar Joni China Lore's last days painted a haunting picture of isolation. Her manager, Anthony Anzaldo, grew increasingly concerned after days of silence. A disturbing social media video posted shortly before her death showed China in a confused, incoherent state, raising red flags among her fanbase and close friends. Anzaldo later revealed a troubling detail. While China had been prescribed various medications, she hadn't been following proper dosage instructions. When authorities discovered her body on April 20th, 2016, the scene told a heartbreaking story. The wrestling legend was found lying on her side, with visible signs of decomposition, blood, and foam around her mouth. 30. Chris Farley. Despite 17 attempts at rehabilitation, Saturday Night Live star Chris Farley's battle with addiction proved relentless. His final 4 days were marked by an intense binge of alcohol and drugs, culminating in a night of partying at Chicago's Karma nightclub. The celebration continued at his apartment, where witnesses reported him consuming dangerous amounts of cocaine, heroin, and alcohol while entertaining guests, including an exotic dancer. The discovery of Farley's body by his younger brother John marked a tragic end to a brilliant career. While initial investigations showed no immediate signs of substances or foul play, toxicology reports later confirmed the presence of cocaine and morphine. Adding to the tragedy, Farley suffered from severe coronary atherosclerosis, his arteries significantly narrowed by years of substance abuse and obesity, with his weight approaching 300 pounds at the time of his death. Friends later revealed how Farley struggled with the pressure to maintain his larger-than-life persona. Close friend Jillian Seeley described his relationship with substances as playing Russian roulette, highlighting his desperate desire for sobriety while trapped in addiction's grip. In his final interviews, Farley himself acknowledged drugs as a demon that must be snuffed out, yet remained unable to break free from their destructive hold. These stories remind us that behind every headline lies a human struggle. While their talents brought joy to millions, their battles with addiction serve as powerful warnings about the devastating impact of substance abuse, regardless of fame or fortune.